Hi everyone, I just wanted to come and say thank you for watching my channel and show you my beautiful makeup look. My very dear friend, and she's very sweet and very talented, Vida the Diva, did my makeup for me today. And V, tell them hi.
Hi guys.
And tell them your Instagram.
My Instagram is Vida The Diva 40, Vida The Diva 40. And my YouTube channel is Vida The Diva. No 40, just Vida The Diva.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And to see how she achieved this beautiful look with this glitter eye on me, keep on watching. First things first is drawing your eyebrows. And this should most definitely be the first step you do whenever you're doing your makeup, because this is the most time consuming. And nowadays, and especially in 2017, brows are life. So if your brows ain't snatched, you whack. And she's just using the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the number 4 to draw out and shape my brows. Take your time. Does not have to be perfect, because anything that isn't perfect you can clean up with concealer or foundation. Eyebrow before, she already outlined them and filled them, and now she's about to just clean them up with some concealer. Clean up on aisle 4, please. And this is a clean up on aisle 4. Look at that snatched brow. This side is the fat sister, and this is a snatch sister. So don't worry about your eyebrows when you're filling them and lining them, because Vida says once you clean it up with concealer, it goes away.
And they don't have to be twins.
They're not twins. They're like
people are like
stepsisters.
Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, don't match.
Okay, we're just doing the same thing we did to the previous eyebrow on the next one. Remember, it does not have to be perfect. Just get it matching as best as you can. And she's just lining it with the foundation. And of course you can use concealer. We just choose to use foundation. And you just blend it in to your desired look. And once you have your bottom and top eyebrow lined with your foundation, you just take a blending brush or a flat brush, and you can just start blending. And this is where you're going to shape your eyebrows. Now, as you see, she's blending in that foundation very well up into my forehead, and she's taking her time and really focusing on the shape of my eyebrows to get them as even as possible. Because my eyebrows grow funny. One grows up and one grows down, and they're a horrible, raggedy mess. And always put foundation or concealer in the middle to make it even. And you just take the foundation and blend into the base of both your eyebrows to get your desired shape, to make them look as closely as even as possible. And she just placed a little concealer at the base of the eyebrows to give it that faded look that some people desire. And that is it. My brows are now snatched, honey, snatched. And we're just priming the eyelids, getting it ready for eyeshadow. You can use any desired eyeshadow primer that you have and just blend it into your lid good. And we're starting with the Tartelette in Bloom palette, and we're going to be using the color Sweetheart. And you can use any blending brush that you have on hand. And she's just using that transition color to really define my crease. See, she's just going back and forth, just really making it stand out. Now we're using the Peach palette by Tarte, and she's using the color Puree, adding on top of that transition color just to add some depth to my crease now. Using that same blending brush, go back into the Tarte palette with the color Sweetheart and just blend everything together. And going back into the Peach palette in the color Summer Yum. As you can see, she's really just using that color on the outer corner of my eye. She's just keeping that color there. Now using Anastasia's first palette in the color Fudge, she's going on top of Summer Yum in the outer crease and taking the brush into the rest of the lid and just blend it out, all the colors together. Take your time with this step because this is going to really make your eyeshadow pop, just blending everything together. Now just take any concealer that you used or your eyeshadow primer and just go back on top of your lid with it and blend it out, because now we're just prepping the eye for the glitter now, the fun part. Hi guys. Okay, so I do have my eyes finished. Unfortunately my battery did die, but to see all the steps that Vida used to achieve this eye look, go to her page and watch it, because she will have the full video on her page as well. And right now we're just doing a little color correcting. She did already color correct the one side of my face, so she's just color correcting the other side. And this is just to hide any blemishes or unwanted areas that you do not want showing through your makeup application. Dark spots, dark circles, blemishes, and I do it a lot around my mouth. I have my mustache because I do have one, yeah.
I have a mustache too.
Now she's using Urban Decay Naked Face Primer and just applying that all over my face. Now moving on to foundation, we are using the NARS foundation in the color Macao. And just apply that all over your face with your brush or beauty blender, whatever you choose to use. And just make sure you get in those hard to reach areas under the eye and the creases to make sure everything is blended evenly. Well, it's NARS concealer in caramel and medium custard. And whenever using two different concealers, note you do not have to use two different concealers if you choose not to. But if you are, use a darker color first, and your lighter highlighting shade would be on top of that color. And she's just taking that darker color to go around my nose and under my eye. Now taking your concealer, the lighter shade, and this one is the caramel. We're only leaving it right under the eye area. As you can tell, she did not take it as far as she did the darker shade into my nose or up and by my eyebrow as she did the other one. She really wanted to just focus on my cheekbones to make them stand out and pop. But she's using a flat brush. You can use a beauty blender if you choose. There's really no rules in makeup. Just tapping it along the hairline and as well as into the side of my nose, so you do not have to contour. And on this step, you really don't want to use a wiping motion, because that will wipe away your concealer, and that's really just pointless. So make sure you use a tapping motion. And now she's just using the beauty blender and really working that concealer around my nose and on top of my cheekbone. As you can see, she's not really focusing on the under eye area. And taking that NARS concealer, she's just using a flat brush and just contouring my nose, making a line down the center of my nose and as well as on top on my Cupid's bow. And you just blend that out. Okay, right now Vida is about to contour my cheeks. She's going to be using the Anastasia contour kit in medium to tan and the Smashbox contour palette in deep contour. Is that the darkest color? It looks as if, yes, in the palette. Now she's just contouring my cheeks, just taking those two colors and blending them together to define my cheekbone. And she's keeping the color up towards the side of my face into my hairline and mid-cheek. And you just continue the process with making sure everything is very well blended. And that lighter shade that she's pointing to in the Anastasia contour palette, she's just taking that color to contour my forehead. You do not need a lot of product. This is just to blend out everything. And I promise, I'm not trying to sound repetitive, but blending is key, you guys. You have to blend, blend, blend. Your makeup application would not look good if you do not take your time and blend everything out. And she just took that other lighter color that was at the top right-hand side of the Anastasia palette, and it's just taking that behind my ears and on top of my forehead and around my neck. Okay, I do not know how to pronounce the name of this Too Faced bronzer, Chocolate Soleil, but she's just taking that to contour my nose and blending it out into the eyeshadow. And as you can see, she already started setting my concealer with the Sacha Buttercup setting powder, and she's about to do this side. This side is already done. She's about to set everywhere she applied concealer on my face. She's about to set with the setting powder. Okay, and you can use any sponge or beauty blender, and as you can see, she's going to take the side of that sponge to really shape out my nose with the setting powder to make it more defined. And this Sacha Buttercup setting powder is the truth, y'all. I promise. I actually like it better than my Laura Mercier setting powder. But you just apply that everywhere that you added your concealer to your face. And just apply it around the mouth and really define that contour line. Jeffree Star Dominatrix is what she's going to be using on my lips. And my lips are already lined with MAC lip liner in the color Chestnut. And she's just taking that lipstick color Dominatrix and going over the liner. And take your time with this step. It doesn't have to be perfect really, because whatever imperfections you have in your lipstick application, you can clean up easily with concealer or foundation. Highlight time. And this is a Revlon highlighting stick in the color 210 Gold Light. She's just taking that highlighting stick and going on top of my cheekbones, on my Cupid's bow, and hitting the tip of my nose to make me shine like the diamond that I am. And just take that highlighter and just blend everything out. Since it is a cream highlighter, you do have to blend it out a little bit more than you would a powder highlighter. But the payoff is amazing, you guys. And this is Revlon. This is a gold Bobbi Brown highlighter, and she's just taking that and going on top of that Revlon highlighter just for a little extra pop. Taking that highlighter down the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow again, and switching to a fan brush just to make sure both highlighters are evenly blended together. Using a fluffy brush, make sure everything is very well blended together. As I keep reiterating, blending is key. And she's just using a skin finish powder to make sure everything is well blended. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and thumbs up this video.